You hear about DeFi this and DeFi that, but what exactly are DeFi aggregators and how can they be used in order to benefit from the DeFi hype? Now, to keep things simple, a DeFi aggregator is a platform that you can interact with using your cryptocurrency wallet, be it MetaMask for Ethereum or the Binance Web Wallet for Binance and soon Polkadot.js for Polkadot. Now, the platform can be used for different features which we'll talk about in today's video. Now, let's start with the first point, which is the ability to supply liquidity for people to trade using decentralized exchanges like Uniswap and Bancor, Balancer, and Kyber network. So let's think of the Ethereum coin, which is the most popular in the DeFi community. Ethereum is paired with a wide range of different tokens that are part of various startup companies that decided to create a token for a specific utility. If after doing your research on that specific company you decide to purchase their token, you can do so using platforms like Uniswap, but also from centralized exchanges, of course. Now, you have that token, so you're wondering, what can you actually do with it other than just hold it in your wallet? Maybe the team haven't created a utility yet and work is in progress. So here comes the role of the DeFi aggregator, which gives you the option to earn a very hefty APY. Now, DeFi aggregators have the option to let you create a pool or join a pool on a wide range of token pairs, and the majority of these token pairs are with Ethereum. So all you have to do is submit, say, 1000 units of token X worth $100 as well as 0.05 Ethereum, which would have the same value of $100 as your token X. These then need to match in order to supply that liquidity successfully, and the DeFi aggregator makes the calculation for you. You then sign that transaction using your wallet and wait for people and bots to start trading. Based on the amount of tokens you supplied, you'll get a percentage of the transaction fees from that blockchain, and in some cases, a specific farming token can be given to you as an extra reward for helping supply that liquidity. Now, why is that awesome? Well, it's because you're generating dividends or passive income without having to do anything really other than claim your share of the transaction fees that were given to you. Now, in my opinion, this is definitely more beneficial and eco-friendly than mining, which is using a ton of energy. Now, as with everything, there are risks because you're sending the transaction to the pool. You have to trust that pool to not get hacked or contain a bug which could be exploited by bad actors. So the huge APY, which could end up being 400 to 500% of your initial stake, kind of covers those risks. And this is why if you do decide to do it, you should consider distributing your stake to different pools to minimize the risk as much as possible. But be careful in doing so to not end up paying more in transaction fees for claiming your reward than the reward itself. So sit down and do some math before you begin. Analyze a number of different pools and the pros and cons. Now, the next point that I want to talk about is with regards to a comparison between yield farming and cold and hot staking. Cold staking is performed by nominating your coins or tokens to a validator or a candidate node, and it's called cold staking because you don't need to have your wallet online 24/7, or even the hot staking version, which is to keep your wallet online 24/7, which is not that eco-friendly, but is almost as bad as mining. But the process would be similar. Now, yet both of these options have much worse return on your investment versus supplying liquidity to pools or yield farming. However, they are less riskier options compared to yield farming. Now, for the next point, which I've already touched on at the start of this video, and that's the need to have two equal in value amounts of tokens for the pair that you're supplying liquidity for. There are some DeFi aggregators out there looking at options to remove that limitation and to give you the flexibility to supply liquidity for only one of these tokens in the trading pair. That would help bring more adoption to the DeFi aggregators, and with more liquidity in token pairs, there would be less chance of high slippage. When you finally do decide to remove your liquidity from a pool, you will not get the same amount of ETH and token X as you have initially supplied, because people would have been trading with your liquidity, and perhaps you'll get a bit more Ethereum and a bit less of token X, or the other way around, depending on the value of token X at the time of you pulling out your liquidity. The final point that I want to touch on is with regards to the crypto loans. Some DeFi aggregators will give you the option to take a cryptocurrency loan, which is usually paid in a stable cryptocurrency such as USDT, also known as USD Tether, or USDC created by Coinbase, by using another large cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Ethereum as collateral, because they've got a good reputation and have a track record of constantly increasing in price over a long period of time. These loans don't have a time limit. Instead, they're based on the value of the collateral used to take the loan. You usually have to pay a fee of say 5% or 10%, and the loan can never be equal to or more than the value of the collateral used. This is kind of a showstopper at the moment, and hopefully in the future there will be ways to take loans with real assets which might get tokenized and used as collateral, but at the same time it allows you to wager for the price of that collateral going up to eventually cover your loan. To pay off this kind of loan, you could usually do something by submitting a transaction with the same cryptocurrency value that you've taken your loan in, and you normally have the option to pay it in full or in installments, and then your collateral gets unlocked. See my tutorial from the top right hand corner of the screen on Alcala Network's DeFi platform on Polkadot for an example of how this actually works in action. Now keep in mind that in that tutorial I'm not using crypto with real value, but it's all on the test network. So with all that being said, what do you think of the future of DeFi? Have you used a DeFi aggregator before? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to get your opinion. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.